Hello everyone. Well, I'll wait for Dad to get the link up. This is the page that we did last week. So sorry that I said yesterday. I did teach Mom's class yesterday for her because she wasn't feeling 100%, so I taught that one for her as well. But yeah, so tonight we're on our next page, which yay! So, from tonight's request, we are doing vellum in mixed media. Now, the request said that they wanted to know how to use vellum without it with like paint and mediums like that. Well, if you could, without it becoming all crinkly, if that makes sense. And for an example of how vellum does come, or how vellum goes when water or any like wet medium is added to it, this is a prime example. It becomes all crinkly, which is quite nice. But when you want to do something that's flat or right at the base, that's when this becomes a little bit of an issue. So, my iPad's on 10%. So stabbing myself here. It's great. Yeah, we're having a bit of an avalanche. More than a little bit. Right, we're alive. Hello, Time B. Hello, Pam. Right, yeah. Sorry about that. It took me a few moments just to get here. Hello, Tash and Leanne and Dad and Mary. So the request was that we use vellum, but without it becoming bulgy. Now, I've thought a lot about this over the last week because it was requested last Thursday during class. However, I didn't really have the materials there and my hands were already wet. Yeah, Mum's feeling a little bit better. Hello, Marie, by the way, and hello, Karen and Cheryl. Oh, hi, Di. You just click the all button on StreamYard. See down the bottom of the comment section how it has all? Yes. Click that one. And they can just select YouTube. So click that one.
Yeah, but when I go into YouTube, I can't comment.
Yes, but you can comment through that.
Where's YouTube?
That one. Now comment.
Place the comment.
Yes. Sorry about that. I'm just teaching my father a new skill. It will pop up as me. Just a heads up.
Okay.
Anyway. Sorry about that. So yeah, Mum is feeling a little bit better from yesterday. But yes, so back to tonight's class. Sorry, I got a bit sidetracked then. Showing my dad had come in on YouTube. We're using vellum, like I said, and we're not going to make it bulge. Now, like I said, I've thought of two ways of doing it. A, you do your whole page, and then you stick your vellum on at the very end, and you try to hide the tape that you're sticking it down with underneath a piece of collage. Like you've left it a little bit flappy. There's a few problems with this. If you leave your collage flappy like that, like it's got like room to breathe and move, air's going to get stuck in that and your painting might rot and you'll have to come back in with a palette knife and re-glue it in like 3 months time, or else it's just going to fall apart, which is not really what we want. So my next idea, hello Diane G. I know, it's odd, isn't it? The date, just can't believe we're only in 2023. And hello, Deborah and Sandra. Right, so like I said, it's or the other option is that we use vellum as a bit of a background piece and we keep it as a dry page. What that means is that we stick purely to pastels, crayons, anything crayon, anything pen wise, and think words come past my mind, and pencils, sorry. And we use this mixed in with our gesso, or modeling paste. We're going to use modeling paste, and we're going to use a very heavy layer of it to hold it down to get 0 crinkles. And to do this, the best way is to do small pieces, not big, because big is where you've got that room then for it to like bunch up. So if we actually do our piece of vellum with small little bits, it won't actually crinkle at all by using those thick mediums, because it will have enough for it to hold the edges down. And I'll show you what that, well, I'm pretty sure this is theoretical because I haven't tried it obviously outside of doing this video, because, you know, why try something? Yes, so this is the first booklet out of our new art journal, which we started the week before 2023. Bit of a bad planning by me, but it was when our old art journal finished. So the first book in the Rainbow Art Journal is actually a notepad. I know that I'm not going to use this notepad. I do not write paragraphs and paragraphs about my art. I'll probably write like a sentence if I'm feeling poetic, which happens once every 2 years, maybe. So that's not going to happen in the next year and a half. So we're going to use it as an art journal, and we're going to do priming. And tonight we're going to do priming with our modeling paste and vellum mixed in it, so that it doesn't buckle. Theoretically. But I'm pretty hopeful this will work, because I thought about it.
So you've got 13 people watching.
I know, you might actually have to take your scribing seriously tonight, Dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a bit damn tropical in here.
A bit tropical.
Hello, Amelia.
That storm did absolutely nothing, did it?
Possibly another one coming, but...
I'm swimming tomorrow, by the way. I do not care if it's raining.
Well, you can swim in the rain if you like, because lightning, you know it's all about it.
Hello and here, everyone. I know. There was a little bit of lightning this afternoon, so I did not go to the pool.
It was cold.
So the lightning, I could have gone in the heated pool, but the lightning's just, I don't hop in the pool when it's lightning, because there's the outside one, and then the heated 25 is enclosed, but it's in a metal building. And yeah, nah, it's just the statement that surrounds that one. So we're just coming in, and I'm cutting up some of my words from my Tranquility word sheet vellum. I do like this. I don't know why I have a full sheet of it still. And I think we're going to use a bit of a blue palette. I am a little bit inspired by this painting that I did for a class tomorrow. That's what I'm teaching tomorrow in store for like a private class. It originally was 4 girls. It's now turned into 7 girls and I think an adult. So, you know. 8 girls and an adult. So, you know, like completely fine. But yeah, I really do think that maybe we should try a green or blue palette. I don't often use, well, I do use colors like these, but not just by themselves. Normally add a bit of yellow. It was really hard to hold back the yellow on this, but yeah. The lady who requested the class, her daughter absolutely dislikes the color yellow, so I thought in the example probably not best to use yellow then. We had a massive hailstorm on Monday. Quite a bit of damage in some parts of town. Oh no, Deborah. Yes, the class is growing. It is good. Oh, thank you, Leanne. But yeah, so just gonna probably try using a bit of a blue color palette, because I realized that we actually have used a lot of pink. in the last few weeks, and I know that a lot of you, and we have used a lot of green as well, but we haven't done like a predominant blue page for a while. Hello, Sally. So yeah, we're gonna see how we go. See how we go. So we're just coming in. And then we're going to move our cut words to this side because I think we're going to put most of them on here, and we're going to do this page here first. So we'll do one page at a time. This will just mean that it's a little bit more controlled, and we'll be able to like ease ourselves, I guess, into the... Where is my palette knife? Oh, poo. Dad, I think my palette knife's in the bathroom with my water tubs. Yeah, and my palette knife. Please hold while we have some elevator music. Sorry. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a fairly thick layer of our modeling paste down with a palette knife. And so we're going to put some down here, like in the area we want, and then we'll spread it out with our
palette knife that has its own landscape
roller. I only cleaned that a couple of weeks ago, and I sliced my finger, and it only just healed.
There's the water.
Thank you.
There's one paintbrush. There's the palette knife with its own landscape.
That's Mum's. If I use that tonight, she might get mad.
That's why it's clean. I understand that.
Well, I did spend like a good 20 minutes last night cleaning her stuff, because...
Oh, because you made a mess.
Well, it was a controlled mess.
Controlled mess?
Yeah.
Hello, Sally. We've got Leanne.
Okay, so... Wow.
I don't think she was referring to me.
I hope not. Don't really am. Just okay. Right, so we're just going to come in, and with our roller, we're going to try and roll it just a bit down. The humidity's got into my modeling paste. Don't you love the humidity? And this is because my modeling paste wasn't fully sealed. Woo! At one point in its life. Or some moisture was left in it. Which is highly likely because I'm not great at keeping my tubs clean. Although I do try and make sure I don't mix my mediums in the tubs that they're in. I'll do that on my palette. Because I do not want to be having to replace my mediums before I fully use them. So what we're going to come and do is now we're going to put our words in. So we've got one bar word in there already. And then I'm trying to do this to make sure that like you can see it, but it doesn't strobe at the same time. So we're going to come in, and because the modeling paste is quite thick, it's going to add some... It's going to be like using it with tape. Now, if you live in colder climates, so this is for anyone that lives south of us. Literally, everyone.
I mean, there is still like 1,400 kilometres north of Australia above us.
Okay, anyone who lives south of us, not literally everyone, but a fair chunk. You will need to heat it with a heat tool for approximately 2 minutes before doing this, because your modeling paste needs to be tacky. And what that does is it removes the most of the moisture, but not the stick. The stick is the last thing to go. The moisture is the first thing to go. Or the excessive amounts of moisture in your glue. By doing that, it means that you won't get a curl on your vellum. Or as much as a curl on your vellum. And to guarantee it, what we're doing is we're actually overlapping the edges with our vellum through patting it down with our fingers. This is probably one of the easier ways to use vellum in mixed media. I I will show you how to do a bigger patch. It just takes a lot more. You got to move fast. So we're doing the small, and it's not guaranteed to work. Whereas you see how the small ones have worked. Like we got 0 buckle on those bad boys. Let me just put that on an angle. So like there is 0 buckle on any of them, which is quite nice. And they're nice and flat, which is what we want. So, and it gives a bit of that grunge effect. Just coming in and doing that. Whereas when you use bigger pieces of vellum, we need a lot more glue and we need to be a lot faster. And like I said, it's not guaranteed. So we'll do it on this page. And then if it doesn't work, we'll just put paint over top of it. Did you cool Sony? Yeah, it's humid.
Yeah. 37 degrees. It's hot.
Yeah, that's hot.
You can keep that one all yourself.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you guys were still on a cold snap because Milton's in Tasmania, and every single text I get from him is a photo of him wearing a beanie and a scarf. He's like, I'm freezing in summer. Actually found one quite hilarious. One of my scouting friends texted me and went, we haven't seen Milton yet, and it's 3 hours past breakfast. Do you know where he'll be? And I'm like, he'll be asleep. And lo and behold, he was still in his swag. They thought they had lost him, but no. It was 10 a.m. and he was still asleep. Right, so there we go. We have some non-buckled vellum. Just a thick layer of modeling paste to do it with. Now, our bigger piece of vellum, like I said, takes a bit more work. So we're just going to come in and, for example, cut out like a bit of a...
I was up at 5 a.m. this morning.
Wait, would you believe I joined you 10 minutes later?
Yeah, did.
I did sleep through my first alarm this morning. I will admit to that. I was a bit tired.
I don't think I heard your first alarm. Oh, I might have been out picking out washing in the rain. We did that just before we left.
I know, and I was the silly person who got home and took it off the line and put in the... Oh, shivers, I haven't picked that out yet. I haven't put that on the air yet. It's been spun. Right, so we want a thick layer of modeling paste to do this one with. And we need it to be oodles thick, which means we're not coming in with the brayer and doing it down and thinning it. I don't really like doing this just because I feel like it's a little bit of waste of medium. I'm not going to lie. If you're desperate, you can do this. However, I don't recommend.
I might swap out with Noah.
Okay.
Make sure your mum doesn't fall in the shower.
Peel beans. You do that.
Sunday diamonds.
Yep.
Sunday's lots of.
There we go. Whoop. Right, so we've got it. And we've done it, so then we've got enough there that we can come back in and rub over top on the edges, because we need to cement our edges, and we have to make sure there's 0 air bubbles in this bad boy. If there's even 1 air bubble underneath here, we're going to get crinkling. Yeah. So as you can tell, this is a super wet medium, so you definitely want to be doing this in summer, not winter. Drying time is phenomenal. It takes forever to dry. And I think I've got an air bubble underneath there. I feel like I'm battling here. Yeah, it's pretty much a regular notebook. Oh no. Yes, I did. Sorry, Diane B. If your Facebook is dropping out and your internet's a little bit worse for wear, YouTube does use less internet and data, so you can hop over to my YouTube channel and watch it there as well and make comments because I see them. So yeah, that is an option if your internet drops, if your Facebook drops out and then out again because it loses too much internet connection. YouTube uses less. And yes, it is a regular notebook, but it's like the start of our rainbow art journal. Let me just pull it out. We're using our new one, which is this. And the actual red notepad, the first one that you can unclip and then reclip back in because it's elastic, is a notebook, but I don't write things about my art. So, yeah, we're using a regular notebook and we're priming the pages with modeling paste today. The first class, we primed it with gesso. And basically, as you continue to prime your pages, they'll get thicker and thicker and thicker. And they'll have enough thickness then to do actual artworks on them. So now that we've got that there, as you can see, with the bigger piece, it's still buckled, even though we went to all that effort. It hasn't buckled in the middle, but it's buckled all along the side. So bigger pieces, it doesn't work. Small pieces, it does. Like you can clearly see that there is 0. Oh, sorry. That was a bit of a mistake. 0 lift on any of those. And whereas that one there, you've got some. So smaller pieces. That's the trick. Now, with our next step, what we want to do is, I don't really think there's any point of doing a dry page now that that has gone like that. However, we're going to seal our vellums over this side so then they don't move or get moved by the paint. So we're going to come in and we're going to put some acrylic or gel matte medium on, or acrylic matte medium. If you want a shiny finish, you can use a shiny finish. However, I like matte finishes, so I use matte mediums. And I don't know why I'm using a paintbrush all of a sudden, but you know what we are. Dear me. So we're just coming in and we are sealing them. Now, by using our regular glue that we normally use to stick our collage down with, this means that it will dry see-through. But give the vellum a barrier between the paint, meaning that it will stand alone and it won't buckle either. This will also work because they're such small pieces on thick modeling paste that it won't move, which is nice. Yes. No, it's all good. It's called texture. Exactly, Deborah. Exactly. It was just the request to see if could be used in mixed media without buckling, which is why we've gone to such prestigious lengths at the beginning of class, while my hands were still not painty. Now that they are, gloves are off, let's go. So I think what we're going to come and do is while we wait for our sealer to dry, because that does need to be fully dried, which will only take about 10 minutes in the environment that we're currently in, what we're going to come and do is we're actually going to use some of our oil pastels just to make a bit of a pattern. This is quite simple. It's going to make a resistance, and it's already kind of cementing our color palette that we want, like really pronouncing that we're going to do a greeny blue page today. And then let's choose 3 stencils. So I've got a few. You guys can choose. We've got the letters, the swirly patterns, mandala, numbers. We need 3 stencils. Stars. Yeah, I know. I get to choose 3 patterns in itself. This one here's a bit more antique, bougie type, you know. If you do like any of the stencils I'm showing, just let me know. We are using smaller ones because they are a bit easier to use in the size journal that we're using, because it's such a small one. I don't really want to have to get out the big 12x12 stencils. It seems like a lot to do. There's this one. Well, we've got him. I do like this one. I haven't used this one in a while, and I don't know why. We've got our patterns as well. And then we've got like our grass one. Anyone got any suggestions? We've also got a lady to use as well. I don't know, we could go with we could actually use the clouds in this stencil, but I was thinking maybe if we did go with the bougie one, and we could do this like in a dark blue, like a paysan nearly, and then we could do maybe more of a blocky type one, like maybe even, it's not quite 12x12, so it won't be too bad, but
Describing. Deborah said the lady.
The lady? Okay, yeah. Let me just pull that one out in a minute. So I reckon the lady I showed you, the lady with the flowers. Yeah, and then we could probably do this one as well. So that one. You reckon the antique? Yeah. Actually, that might look really nice. It'll be a bit challenging, but it'll look nice. And then we're just going to grab out our dot stamp. I keep this in the plastic so then Millie thinks it's been used a bunch of, it hasn't been used, so then she won't go and steal it from me. I'm sticking that up there until she's gone.
Where?
It's nowhere. See?
Went to Fairy World.
Gone to a mystical place.
Ah, I know where it is.
No, you don't.
I can reach it. Ah!
No! She can reach the top of my thing. You.
I am growing. I am the zombie. The
Right.
hugging zombie.
The hugging zombie. Anyone ever heard of a hugging zombie before?
Yeah. Massage zombie.
Okay, no, I did not sign up for this.
What you doing?
Okay, so we've got a lot of blues and
Really?
greens. So I think what we might do is the teal and our nice magnesium. That one. But I don't know. Well, actually, the teal's bit. It's very close to the oil pastel one, so I'm not 100% sold on that color. So maybe if we do this one, it's just a little bit more bluey, which means that it's not going to be as close to the oil pastels already put down. So it'd be nice to get that bit of a definition between our colors, a bit of difference. And then we do need one color to accent with. So this could be like an orange, a pink, or a purple. Anything would look really nice. Everyone should jump on it. Oh, thanks, Diane B. But yeah, if your internet does drop out again, YouTube uses less download. And I hear the colors better. I don't know for sure, but I hear it is better. I've tested it a few times on a few different things. So yeah. Right. Where's my sponge? Can you tell that I'm really organized? Oh, there's my hair clip out of my hands.
Right.
Yeah, I might need another sponge though. I've kind of killed this one.
Oh, so you want me to give you one of my sponges for you too?
Well, this is one
Are
of
they
your
watercolor
sponges.
oil pastels?
No, they're oil pastels.
Oh, what are you done them out for?
Who are those?
We have got oil pastels at work.
Yes, we do.
Present.
Could I borrow another sponge, please?
Borrow, you mean have? Because you're not going to give it back in any fit state to be used.
You got.
Oh, the image is not good on any. Oh, not good, Diane.
Hey, Mom, I just figured out something. I can reach the top of Naomi's thing.
She can reach the top of my rig.
Oh dear.
I can no longer hide things from her. It is a Devo moment.
I'm going to go and read. What are you doing, miss? Go and pack your Lego up that's in your brother's room. Please go and put it in on your desk.
Right, so we're just going to put out a bit of each color.
Yeah, get a book. Let's go and read.
Has anyone thought about what the accent color is going to be? Anyone with thoughts? Yeah, yellow, orange, pink, or purple. Any of those would look really nice. Red might also look good. I'm just suggesting. You guys can choose. I give choices. Trying to make sure I've got some pays in. My paints have not been through. Pink. Oh. Yes. 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 Our sponge. Sorry, my video's just playing up and I want to make sure it's not actually my phone. Alright. And then what we're going to come and do is we need more of that colour out, damn me. I don't think I'm on Wi-Fi. 1 minute. No, let's hope it works. Is anyone else's thing freezing and stuttering? I really hope it's not my phone.
My Facebook's actually quite decent.
Really? It's a bit of a change. Dad's computer's the first thing that normally has a hizzy fit. Very out of focus. Oh, is yours out of focus? Yeah, kind of. Oh, shivers. That might be my phone. Yes, both of them. Facebook's freezing. YouTube shocking. Yes, freezing. Oh, dear me, dear me, dear me. Please hold. Okay. Let's see if this improves the... Please.
It looks a little bit better, I guess. Sandra says my Facebook is being disjointed tonight, and when you were showing the stencils, they were very blurry.
Oh dear.
Debbie said, "Oh, that's out."
Right.
Off YouTube.
Right. We must have a storm coming. Okay, don't worry. I popped on the backup Wi-Fi. Milton and I set it up for emergencies only. Noah didn't know about it.
No, I didn't.
Well, I don't know what the password is. Just a heads up. I just know that it's linked to my phone. Okay. Cool. So if everyone refreshes, the video should look a lot better now. I'm so sorry for the blurriness. Honestly, we must have a serious storm coming. Right, and now what we're going to come and do is with this piece here. Actually, before we put that one down, we're going to grab our palette knife and we're going to grab some of our green and just come in and scrape it. And this is going to like highlight some of that lovely texture we got when we did that big piece of valor, which we weren't trying for, but
Your brother's still alive.
oh, cool. Is he still at camp?
Yeah.
Thought so.
Still alive.
Still alive. Is he
Oh,
talking?
that's your iPad on charge.
Yeah, it's
And your phone's on the other charger.
Yes, because it's less than... No, I only have my cord one. The block one's somewhere else, which is another question. So we're just
This
coming
one,
in.
that's it.
Yes, that's it. Coming in. And we're scraping.
Hey, Hey, that looks pretty trendy.
Thank you.
It's nothing like a good rainbow stencil. Or is it a fish scale stencil?
It depends which way you look at it. Whatever tickles your fancy.
The rainbows seem much nicer than fish scales.
Oh, yeah, then rainbow.
Against mermaids, dude.
Yep. They smell like fish. So I've been told.
Yes, definitely at the mercy of the internet sometimes, Deborah, in these videos. Definitely. Especially when there's storms around. You just don't know if being on the Wi-Fi or not being on the Wi-Fi is better.
It was the mercy of the universe, she said.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we had to go over to
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, the tube.
Guys on YouTube as well. The only thing about YouTube is it's a lot slower.
Is
A
it?
little bit more delayed.
Yeah, it's a lot delayed, but better quality. Although you can watch these videos afterwards, and after watching them,
You can text me. I'm fully up for a text chain conversation. Just not at midnight.
time zones.
I will fully admit that if you text me at midnight, I will not reply until the next morning. Or maybe afternoon or night. Or the day after that, because it just depends. If it's the middle of the week, I might miss your text by accident. If it's the weekend, I'm totally not going to miss your text.
If it's Sunday midnight, you have to wait till Monday.
Maybe Tuesday. Monday's a bit of a hectic day. It's the start of the week, and you know how you want a slow start, but you can't really have one. That's how I describe my Mondays to most people. Right, so we're just coming in. We're doing our layers. Of stencils. Like that. So that's where we're up to so far. And then what we're going to come in and do I'm just going to add some of this teal into these areas. I am holding off on the darker color because you'll see why in a second. And that accent color that's pink. So then got that one, and now we're going to come in with some watercolor. I believe, yes. Once I find my watercolors. Just currently searching for them. There we are. So we're just going to grab some of this darker color. And we want it actually, we might use the darker paint color. Might just be that little bit more opaque. Yeah, there we are. A little bit more opaque. So just coming in. Okay. I'm gonna penny in between our bricked words. Just come in. Right. There we go. So by doing that outline, it just pops the words out just a little bit more. And then what we're going to come and do is we're going to do our lady in the same colour of that blue, but over this side. Oh, goodness. Line dancing. That actually sounds really fun. Now, can you put links to the art journal and to the mermaid scale stencil? I think we might still have this one as well. We don't have the lady stencil currently. We are looking, unfortunately, a lot of companies do one run and done stencils. Where did Amelia put that stencil that was on top of my frame? It's an Art by Marlene stencil. I don't think it.
Mermaid scales at rainbows.
Oh. You better just looking at stencils.
Art by Marlene stencil.
Yeah. I'll get Noe onto that for you. And then. But yeah, so because a lot of companies do one run and done with stencils, we are trying to look into if we're going to be able to make our own stencils, which means that we'll be able to do a lot more cool stuff.
Is it just the rainbow journal?
Yeah, it's the Rainbow Journal.
Rainbow journal.
I don't know what that one's called, but the other one's an Art by Marlene stencil. You'll have to look her up by Art by Marlene, I think. Because I don't think the stencils actually have names.
Celebrate. Wait, which one are you talking about?
The rainbow one.
I got the rainbow one.
Oh, you got the rainbow one? Okay.
It was the first thing that popped up.
Oh, cool.
It's this one. You know what? Celebrate collection as well.
Almost there, but don't quote me on it, I think. Line dancing sounds really fun. We did line dancing for about 6 months at primary school, and then we had to do a concert.
How did that go?
Just great.
Sounds great from the tone of your voice.
It was fun. Don't get me wrong, it was fun, but Like, I actually don't know why they decided to do line dancing as part of our PE. Don't get me wrong, I didn't really enjoy PE at high school and primary school. I will fully admit to that. But doing dancing just seemed to make it a lot
Did you
worse.
do tap, jazz, and ballet at that point?
No, that was the point where I was already out of dance. I was fully. That was in grade 6 or grade 5. They tried doing something different with sports education to make it more fun for the girls because they realized that us girls weren't really participating. So they added dancing in. Yeah. It was good for like the first 2 lessons, and then the boys mocked us, so didn't really participate in that after that, did we? No. Anyway.
I mean, some people probably don't like doing art at school.
Well, they don't have to choose art.
Well, you don't have to do art in primary school.
No.
It purely depends on the teacher you have.
Yep. Right, so we're just coming in, and now we're just sliding our darker colour along this top edge just to kind of link the 2 pages together. I do like that. What do you think? Looks very nice, doesn't it? Yeah. Wonder why we don't do blue more often.
Scared to use it?
No, that's red. I'm not scared to use blue. I've painted many blue things. I just don't know why I don't use it that much. Right, we're just reactivating the white pen again. There we go. And we're going to come in, I think. Let's do... Yeah. Oh, thank you, Debbie. I feel like that's the trick of anything, Marie, is not giving up after the first few weeks. It's just keep going, because, like, sure, it's hard at the beginning, but it can be very rewarding if you stick to the different things. So we're just coming in and adding a few I'm just reactivating it after a few each time, just because the paint that we are going on is still just a little bit wet, so we don't really want to get that on our tip. So making sure that it stays on the outer edge of the paint pen and not going to the actual nib is the trick. And then okay. I think we might be done. Oh shoot, accent come on. No, we're not. We said pink, didn't we? Yes.
me 1 minute to scramble like a mad woman.
Not far enough. I'm looking for my mop mark sugar pink and I'm not finding it. Oh. Where? It's just a little bit of that. I'm just going to come in and scrape our mild acrylic paint. In just a few places, not many. Okay. And there we go. Now it's done. So it just needed that accent color. And ta-da! So that there is our page for today, where we used vellum that didn't buckle through modeling paste. Well, we did an example of how the small ones work and how when you do it on the big one, it doesn't really work, but it's okay. We have a few stencil layers, some acrylic paint, and a paint pen. Simple done. And we only used 3 stencils. Just 3. So that's really nice. So thank you all for coming tonight. Tomorrow night, Mum is back at 6:30 p.m. Queensland time. I don't know what we're doing exactly. Tranquility. There you go. Something of cherry blossoms, I believe. Just came back today. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you all so much for your comments. Thank you for watching. Like I said, we'll see you back here tomorrow for that. And I think there was something else I was supposed to say. I can't remember.
Share my post would be fantastic. Is what you meant to say, Naomi?
Oh, yes. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, if you want. I do not force people into these things. Anyway, so thank you all for coming. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. I'll be scrubbing. So if not, you'll have me, depending on how Mum feels. You'll have me 3 nights in a row then. Poor souls. Anyway, so have a great night and see you all tomorrow. Bye.